Good luck, Von Hilton. So you're going to trade your TV dinner in for a lawyer, huh? Because that's about what your lawyer's worth. A TV dinner, $2.95. You better get a better lawyer than that because my lawyer's already waiting on your punk, stupid fucking ass. She's been wanting a piece of you for a very long time, and soon as you file against me, buddy, that lawyer's all over you, buddy. She flies on shit on you because you are a pile of shit. Oh, shit. I don't see how you can call it untruth. You ain't changed your pants in over 3 years or better. We can tell by the belt loop in the back. I ain't the man that wore a shirt for 106 days straight, neither. Vaughn, you know y'all have to take a shower before you go to court, right? All $355 trillion of it, James Von Hilton. 365 trillion. Don't you know I own half the planet now? I don't own America, I own half the planet. I am now the richest man in the world. Move over, Eli Musk. Let Mr. Larry in here, buddy. You and your welfare money. Your welfare money has nothing against mine, buddy. Go suck John Way's dick, James Von Hilton. And I hope you take me to court for back rent too, buddy. The whole thing. Because you got a big surprise. I know, Frosty. I know. I'm just playing along with the joke. Yeah, Irvy wouldn't come to my station. He's knows better. Boy, what a rough night. My paper that's blocking the view is yellow, just like Von Hilton, yellow. Welcome to the big show. Look at, I got comb near me today. Yeah. I like the wild look better. Morning, Al. I know I ain't started your breakfast yet. Give me another hour or two. I need some coffee first. Yeah, contact your lawyer. My lawyer was contacted last month. She's just waiting for it to be filed. And you know you're going to pay for my lawyer, right, Von Hilton? You're paying her, buddy. And she's real expensive. Because you're the one that's going to lose in court, not me. Morning, Ronnie. Glad to see you're awake this morning. Glad to see everything's alive. I am sure the law will be interested in your felonies. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, they sure. Yeah, the weather does suck. We got rain again here right now, Ronnie. It is raining right now, buddy. Day 4. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Hilton. There is no felonies on me. You're the one that's got felonies. Model citizen. I wasn't caught playing with some little boy's pee-pee. You know, the neighbor down the road. I ain't the one that left my mother laying on the floor dying. I ain't the one that stole the $32,000 out of your mom's bank account. I ain't the one that's had my mom taking care of me for the last 40 fucking years of my life.
It's bright, you know.
Sorry, honey. Tilt it towards an opposite way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, James, just like my cousin Ronnie says, for you money, come and get it. I don't play with boys, I make boys. Sorry, Vaughn. Stinky changed his pants yet? Not that I know, Richard. Ask him. He's here. We're all going to jail, James, in 100 years. No, I ain't got a new haircut. I just combed it this morning. I just combed it out. That way I didn't look like a wild Larry. Looks like I got to trim that a little bit more. Starting to get down to the mouth again. Mr. Hilton, you want my address where you can come and get the money? $500 Pennsylvania Avenue, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where your money's sitting there, buddy. And if you don't know that address, that happens to be the address for the Pennsylvania U.S. Mint. And because my cousin Ronnie sold me the Denver Mint, I own that one too. Jim's still being a tightwad on that San Francisco Mint. He won't let it loose. Ronnie, you got to help me con him into selling it to me. I've already offered him $500 million. He won't let me have it. I know, Ronnie. I only gave you $300 million for yours, but his is worth a little bit more. I offered him $500 million for the San Francisco Mint. Honey, is that Maxwell House or Folgers? It feels good drinking real coffee again, people. Nothing against that other coffee that I was drinking last week. But I ain't much of a vanilla flavor guy. There's a big farm going up on sale for Crane. Yeah, I might be interested in it, Ronnie. I'll put my offer on it for $1. Okay, it's Folgers. But unless it's the one that Von Hilton's on, then I'll only give 50 cents. Or what? Yeah, if you're talking about the one Stinky lives on there, Ronnie, we might have turned that into the city dump. It's already got the stinky smell on it. Yep, exactly. No renters equals no income for Stinky. Hey, Ronnie, you heard who he's got working for him, right? Yes, Otis. Yep, he's got Otis working for him, Ronnie Ray. You know, as I call him, the town drunk. Toxic Shade, she's doing okay. And yes, I have been taking it a lot easier on her. She's been relaxing more. She's been watching what she's doing. Yeah, the whistle bird. Well, I call him Otis, the town drunk. A lot of people say he's on a lot higher drugs now. Hmm. Oh, it's not. He ain't fixing. He ain't fixed nothing up over there yet, Ronnie. He probably put a couple $100 into my house and had somebody in it already. They still ain't even got him cleaned up and ready to go yet, Ronnie. The neighbor girl, you know who she is. I'm not gonna put her name out here. Uh, she says he's been there 3 or 4 times and really did nothing. Walked through there, sat around there for about 45 minutes, and left. So he must be charging Von Hilton for doing nothing, just like he tried to do Alice Hilton. He'd go sit in the house for an hour or two or be out of sight for an hour or two and charge him for working, and he didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, Otis ain't dumb. He's just a drunk. He ain't as dumb as Von Hilton. I mean, he worked for Miss Alice for a while, people, and we literally had a family reunion or something was going on. There was a lot of family members there, and I know what it was. It was the day before the family reunion, and me and I think Ronnie Ray was there. There was a couple of us there, and we were getting all the tables out for the family reunion and wiping them all down and putting tablecloths on them and everything. And he's sitting in the garage up against the tractor, drunk as drunk, couldn't even stand up. December 31st, Ronnie. Property taxes will be due. He's got to have about $1,800 by December 31st to pay all property taxes. And I hope he pays them like he did a few years back, where he paid the property taxes on the properties that had no homes and left the ones with homes not paid. My opinion, if Vaughn was smart, but then it wouldn't be too smart neither. I would say for him to sell everything except the house that I lived in and for him to move over there. But then I would say that's not a smart deal neither, because that neighbor, she'd string him up. And that's her whole family on that road. His body would never be found. No, he's already went through that 32,000, Ronnie Ray. He stole 30-something thousand from her. It was gone in 6 months. He's took over the estate, 8 months ago, with another 30,000, and he's already went through all that. No, I don't think he does have any. If he does, it's only a few $100s. Picked up my boy something yesterday he likes. Ended up getting a Dale Earnhardt Jr. picture. One of my boys wanted it. I'm surprised he's still got power, Ronnie. That means he's paying the light bill. Whoa. And Ronnie, you know he's paying the light bill for both trailers? Both trailers' lights are on. Every one of them in both trailers are all completely lit up. The lights stay on all night long. So I know he's got to be paying at least $300 per trailer. Well, I know he's scared of the dark, but I sure in the hell wouldn't have it at the other trailer on. He ain't even been going in that trailer. Why would he leave the lights on? That'd be like me going on vacation and leaving all my lights on. And that's what I'm saying, Shade. Even in his trailer, the lights are on. Maybe he's keeping the lights on for the aliens. And I got a notice on my messenger yesterday. There's a hold up on the little 2 gray aliens that I adopted this week. They are making them go back to their home planet. They got to take their shots, and then they can come back. They said something about they were both missing a shot, so they have to go back to their home planet, get their shot, and they are on their way back here again. I have adopted 2 little gray aliens, and I hope Mr. Gray Alien don't get mad, because I don't know if they're his brothers and sisters. Or, is it his kids? I don't know. They could be gray aliens' kids. Taking the jab, huh? Yep. Yep, I got a little female and a little male gray alien on their way to me. Pretty bad, people. I invite them to live in my home, and Von Hilton shoots at them. Shows you what kind of world we live in. I know Ronnie Ray. Ronnie Ray would invite him into his house, too. He'd invite him for dinner. The only problem with them going to Ronnie Ray's for dinner is they won't want to leave after they taste Ronnie's wife's cooking. Ronnie wouldn't be able to get rid of them. I'd have to go over there and grab my kids by their ears and drag them back over here. I don't know. Does gray aliens have ears? I don't know. I don't think they have ears. Won't know, people. I got about another few days or a week to wait. That's good, Ronnie. That's real good. I don't think I'll ever see under 200, Ronnie. I think when I go under 200, I'm dying. I ain't seen 200 pounds since the time I turned 14 years old. Yeah, I know you used to be about 285. I'm sitting at about 275 right now. So I've lost about 70 pounds in the last 2-3 years. No, not lately, Shade. Not since after we got moved in. The week we moved in, I had a lot of fast foods, but after that, it's barely eating nowadays. I mean, with the wife in the hospital, she was gone 3 days. I had 2 bologna sandwiches. That was it. In the 3 days she was gone. And I barely got them down. I think I was sick from my wife not being here. People, when you're with a woman for over 20 years and she's not in that house with you, it's a very lonely feeling. Called you about what? About my wife being in the hospital? I thought everybody knew that, Ronnie. She had another sugar coma attack. Or you were talking about when we went down to bologna sandwiches, me and the boys. Oh, that's all right, Ronnie. We appreciate that, though. We do, but we survived. We had plenty of food in here for the boys to make. But I ain't too hot on pizza bites or corn dogs or none of that, so I just got stuck with bologna sandwiches. Morning, Nate. Glad to see you. I know you only got 5 minutes, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in and saying good morning. Thank you for the shout out for the wife. We are in day 4 of rain again. Yeah, I know your husband's hating that shade. My wife, I can't get her to eat vegetables. Peas, carrots, maybe. Beans, no. Asparagus, no. She'll eat Brussels sprouts now since she knows how I cook them and she likes them. You see your flashlight, baby?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
I don't think might have not put enough in it. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, I know the diabetes is what's making you lose weight, Ronnie, because your wife's got you eating right. Baby, it looks right on the money to me.
Okay. Check, Ronnie.
No, Ronnie. Yeah, my wife is now on that too. Zero carbs. He's missing his beef. Yeah, I bet he is, Shade. You know, if you want to get him away from the chicken, Shade, does your husband like fish? Fish is real good too for the human body, and it's good for diabetics too. Ronnie Ray saying good morning. He loves you.
I love you too, Ron. Right?
Love you back, Ronnie, she says. Oh, he likes that breaded stuff, huh? Yeah, that's kind of fattening there. Yeah, I try not to do the breaded fish. I like real fish without the bread. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, he can still have hamburger. Yeah, everything has to be baked, not fried. Exactly. I say he can still have hamburger. They'll just tell you to boil it in water, get all the fat and the grease out of it, the bad cholesterol stuff that's in it. But I'm gonna tell you, your husband probably tell you the same thing I'll tell you. It tastes nasty. Tastes like you're eating a water burger. Yeah, yeah, I have high cholesterol too. Is that what they call it, Ronnie? Honey, if you get a minute, turn the overhead back out. Thank you. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, it's all right to have it once in a while, just to slide it in there, but not an everyday thing. Oh, yeah, like TV dinners there, Ronnie Ray. Yeah, I thought so too, Shade. Ma, when you get a second, walk in here.
I'll clean after I eat.
I don't want you to clean it. I want you to add just a very, very little bit of water.
Okay.
Remember to like the first green leaf. Yeah.
Looks pretty nasty. Are you sure you want me to?
Honey, I ain't worried about all the yellow stain in it. That's what it's there for. It's supposed to do that. If I clean that bow out every time I use it, then we'll be cleaning it out daily. Just Big Larry getting the morning wake and bake ready, people. Yeah, exactly. When you got diagnostic with diabetes, we had to change the way we eat.
Too much?
Just to, all I need is the stem to be in it. What it does is it makes it a smoother hit, and I ain't coughing and gagging and choking on it like you do. Ooh, I think I dumped too much out. Yeah, the shopping, the cooking, everything changes. See, and that's what happened with my father, Ronnie Ray, is he didn't change with the times. He found out he had diabetes and he still didn't care. He wouldn't take his meds. Look at that Thanksgiving, buddy. He'd eat a little plate and then want to eat the whole damn pie. Where me and you, we were eating our plates full. He'd eat a little plate and then want the pie, thinking that's going to help his sugar not eating so much food. Well, it ain't. Not when he's putting it in with the pie. Hey, weather guy, I'm glad to see you come in today, buddy. I ain't talked to you in a while. I've seen you once or twice since I've got my package from you. Is that the coffee you kind of drink every day there, weather guy? Good. Good, Ronnie. Just got back from camp. I hope you had fun. Yeah, it had a vanilla flavor to it. I can definitely taste the vanilla. I wasn't too. Yeah, I drinking it. I did drink it. Don't get me wrong. We made a few good pots of it. My wife, she still likes it. She still wants to make it. And I told her to make me a regular pot of coffee. And if she wants a pot of coffee of that vanilla, go for it. Yeah. Well, see, and that's what I thought with her diabetic and all. Maybe that's what made her sugar shoot skyrocket because she did. But this her sugar didn't go up until probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. It wasn't. I think if it would have been the coffee, I think it would have been early that morning. She would have went when she was drinking it. But her attack started at nighttime, so it was after dinner. A lot of things are bad for you. The only thing it ain't bad for you is water. Give it time, though. They'll say the water's bad, too. Good thing, though, I live real close to two natural springs. Yes. Yeah, I got an early show going this morning, people. I just was up, awake, figured I'd do something. Yeah, exactly. Ask Flint, Michigan how the water is. But like I said, I do have two natural springs coming right out of the mountains, people. Fresh water all year round, even dead of winter. Everything will be froze, but that water's still pouring out of there. I used to live about 5 minutes from one at the old house, and I'm probably about 10 minutes from it here, the other one. Well, it ain't just diet soda. You're addicted to soda, period. It's just you guys are on the diets right now. I mean, if it didn't have to be diet, I know Ronnie Ray. He wouldn't be drinking it if he didn't have to. Somebody told me to try a couple of them energy drinks that they got out nowadays. Told them, what are they trying to do? Kill me? My heart wouldn't be able to handle all that rush. Yeah, that's what my wife's been drinking lately, Ronnie Ray. That's what the wife's been drinking. So when we go out to get pop, we're getting three different kinds. Boys are still drinking Dr. Pepper. The wife's drinking Diet Coke. And I'm drinking Sprite. Regular pop is like drinking syrup now. Yeah, exactly. Be honest with you guys, I have really never ever bought a bottle of Coca Cola in my whole life. And I blame it on my grandmother. I really blame it on my grandmother. No, there's not sugar in coffee. It's just when people add the sugar. Why do I blame my grandmother? Because I remember being a little boy. I couldn't have been about maybe 10, 12 years old somewhere. Had some real nice blue jeans on. Just mommy and daddy just bought them not that week. We were all out in the yard, her yard, playing, and I got a grass stain all over them. And she's like, Larry, you get them pants off. Give me them pants. Them grass stains never gonna come out of them new blue jeans. I literally watched her dump Coca Cola right on it, put it in the washer, washed them, dried them, and gave them back to me. And the grass stain was completely gone, like it was never there. When I seen that Coca Cola has enough acid in it to take grass stains out of blue jeans, I'm not drinking it. Oh, I bet you do, Miss Pizza Ronnie. Coke and Jack Daniels. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, baby.
I had you check my insulin, remember?
Yeah. What was your sugar count this morning?
325.
325. A little high. Watch what your intake is. Yeah, I know, Ronnie. I can't drink it neither because I have my high blood pressure and my other pills. You know, when I was up in Toledo, they used to sell taco pizzas. When I come down here and I talk to people around here about taco pizzas, they're like, taco pizza? Never heard of it. I like taco pizzas. They were pretty good. Okay, yeah, you remember them too, Ronnie? I did too, buddy. I love them taco pizzas. Morning, Jones. Yeah, I know, weather guy. I do need to quit smoking, but it's kind of hard. Yeah, a little sour cream on it, and it's gone. Oh, yeah, I got my coffee. And we're back to Folgers. No more vanilla flavor for me. I think she still got about a half bag of it. She said she'll hold it until I run out. Case of emergencies. Yeah, I thought it was the creamer. Well, Ronnie, I'm Maxwell House or Folgers. It's one or the other. But because Weatherman sent it to me all the way from Canada, Ronnie, I had to try it. That was not a maple flavor. That was a vanilla. I'm a community coffee guy. Okay, Jones. Yeah, Ronnie. Canadian coffee. I mean, it tastes good, even though it's vanilla tasting, but I've been wondering if hubby could have tater. Yeah, Shade. I don't know if you've seen what Ronnie Ray just posted to you. If you're talking about potatoes, yeah, that's a big no. Ha ha ha, Jones. Then your stew's gonna be pretty plain there. Sounds like your husband's gonna be drinking a lot of broth. Very small or not have it at all, Ronnie. Yeah, just enough to piss you off. Exactly. Enough to wake up your taste buds and say yum yum, and you can't have no more. To me, we call them teasers. That'd be like Aunt Millie setting a Robert Redford pie down in front of me and say I can only have one bite. That pie's gone. And Ronnie Ray, you know what I'm talking about. You've been at them dinner tables. Or Aunt Millie making her Buckeyes and telling me I'm only allowed one. Don't leave the room, Millie. You can't have much of nothing, Ronnie Ray. I've heard about your diet. I'm surprised you ain't down to 100 pounds already. Yeah, we ain't had that in a little while. We wanted to have it shade, but now it looks like we're going to wait until winter comes. Doctor said if it tastes good, I can't eat it. Very true, Roddy Ray. Well, you laughing about your doctor tells you the same thing. If it tastes good, you can't have it. I'm just not as strict as Ronnie Ray's wife. I let you get away with whatever you want. Ronnie Ray's wife ain't letting him get away with nothing. She's the warden, buddy. And she's worse than the warden. Yeah, yeah. He says he's waiting for his bunny ears to grow out. Must be a lot of carrots and lettuce. Yeah, you like carrots, honey, so. But that pancake syrup that you put on them sure don't do it. We all do, Shade. Carrots and lettuce is a rabbit food. You got a head of lettuce and it's starting to go bad, throw it out in your yard. The rabbits, everyone around, will come for it. Carrots, the same way. You know, I wish this rain would quit, Ronnie Ray. I don't know if you heard the story. It ain't a story, buddy. Larry's had 2 deer walk in his yard. I've had a buck, 8-pointer, and a doe walk right in my yard. You know where I live, Ronnie. And we've had 3 turkeys. Skunks will too. Well, I hope I don't see none of them. The only skunk smell I want to smell is my painkillers. Low fat protein. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, they were both in my yard this week. Well, really, it was almost last week now. We've had 4 rainy days. I ain't seen nothing. I think sometime this week I'm going to go ahead and have the cameras all set back up, where I can start watching my yard. I got you know where I live, Ronnie. I got a nice little driveway, so I mean, they have to come in my driveway to come up towards my house. So I should be able to see anybody and everybody, including all wild animals. Yeah, exactly. But I'm also going to put one back by Little Arnold's window, because that's where the turkeys were. They were back there by Arnold's room. Arnold said he heard a noise. He looked out, and there they sat. And he come running in here. Dad, there's turkeys in my yard. Yeah, I'd like to see one of them in my yard, too. Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing a big old elk in my yard. I just didn't think they'd be this close to town, Ronnie. Maybe they know where they can stay alive in town. You live out in the boonies, you get killed. Morning, Toby. Yeah, I've never tried it. I sure would love to. You know, I don't know if there's any place around here, but there are some certain stores that you can go to and buy that kind of meat. Come and get it. Come and get it, Von Hilton. Come and get it. I got it sitting here waiting on you. Want me to show it to you on camera? I could do that too. I got what I owe you, Von Hilton, right there in that little cup. J.G. Wetworth cannot help Vaughn. Sorry about his luck. I own J.G. Wetworth. Oh, it's only one son now? I thought it was all 3. sure I didn't put all 5 of my kids through college with your mama's money, boy? Yeah, at least the money got put to good use. That's exactly. I spent it on the lottery, Vaughn Hilton. Your God said I was going to hit it, so I had to play them. And they lied to me. Well, I'm glad you said that, James. Hey, Ronnie, I'm going to put the mints in your name today, okay? We'll just get that out of the way right now. I'll put it all in my son's name and you can't touch a damn thing. What do you think? I'm stupid? Yeah, you don't call J.G. Wetworth. You call Big Larry. Vaughn Hilton, it's just like you said your kids got adopted out and you can't leave your kids nothing because the state of Kentucky will not let you. That's for one shit, full of shit. You are definitely full of shit because I can literally leave anything I own to any fucking buddy I please, and there ain't a goddamn person in this whole damn world who can change that. Not even God Almighty himself, the most powerful man in the world, cannot change that. The only way he can change it is to kill the man that it's going to. If your mom wanted to walk down the street in California and hand her fucking house keys to somebody and said, "Here, it's yours," there ain't a motherfucking thing anybody could have did. She gave it away. Yeah, Ronnie Ray, that's what I tell everybody. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't be living in no fucking house trailer in the hills of Kentucky. I had what he's saying I stole. People, there wouldn't even be a state of Kentucky. This would be Frostville. Frostville, Kentucky. The Big Larry state. It'll be fishing season right here every year, all around. Deer hunting too, Ronnie. Yeah, well, the attention he got, I don't think he's going to like, Shade. You know, it's like I told everybody, and I'll say it clear as day, and my cousin is on this channel with me right now. I have not bothered him. I don't give a shit what he has to say about anybody or anything on this YouTube. I did not get involved in this until about 2.5, 3 years ago. About him being online, talking shit about me. And thank you, Vaughn Hilton, for introducing me to the YouTube station. Because I'm putting you down. He still thinks he's going to get the kids back. He is. He is getting them kids back, Richard. There's only one problem. They ain't kids no more. They will not be kids. They are going to be full-grown adults. They will be of 18 or so many years after 18 before they can go looking for Vaughn. And you know something? When they start turning 18, mother is smart enough, because I'm going to talk to her. I am friends with her, that she sends her children them videos. There is a lot of them that I'd like for their children to see once they become an adult, and let them figure out what they want to do. Let them see with their own eyes of what went on, why they were took. Because they're going to ask him, they're going to want to know. They're going to want to know why their dad's living outside under a bridge. Thought grandma was rich, thought grandma had all this, grandma had all that. She did have this and that. She did have enough money to survive on. If Von Hilton would have did it the right way, he could be sitting real fine right now. Well, I have not gave out as many broadcasts as Vaughn has, but I do have more followers. Yes, I do. Or scribers, as they call them. And I'm climbing, Toby. Just as soon as I can. This is just a get-go, people. This is just me and my starting thing. I'm going to think of something. We will do some good live shows. Secular Opinion, I'm not coming after you, buddy, because you are a great show. I love all the shows that I do watch. I'm not after anybody. I just think that we all should put a show out there that people want to watch. Things that people are interested in. I'm not going to say I'm the smartest man in the world. I ain't going to say I'm the dumbest, because I know Von Hilton. But come on, I should be able to do something. I'm not here to make money. I'm here just to have fun, enjoy life, something to do. And I get more viewers than Vaughn. Vaughn's the one that got me on here, guys, talking shit about me, the Frost. When you mention my last name, I'm involved. No matter if you're talking about my cousin Ronnie Ray, which is here, or my Uncle Little Jim. You start running your mouth on the Frost family, then we're there. I think you should, Ronnie. I think that'd be something interesting to see. But I don't know about you stream. Well, I mean, you streaming it, but I want you in uniform too. I want you in it. I don't want you behind the camera. Get yourself a cameraman to do it for you. I would watch too, Shay, definitely. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I like to see live stuff. I like to see people doing things. I mean, it's okay to watch Rev and Shanny beg for money. It's all right to see these guys go off like that. It's all kind of hilarious. But yeah, the train wrecks. But I'd like to, see other things like Ronnie Ray. I would love to see you guys do that. I think that would be a hell of an idea. It's like I've been talking about, maybe doing a couple cooking videos. But I don't know if people are interested in that. Maybe throw out some secret recipes or something. Some of you already say, oh, I already do that. I hope so, James. I hope so. That means I won't have no bills to pay at all. And all my money can just sit in the the U.S. Mint in Fort Knox and just sit there and collect interest. I love that because I won't have to pay for the jail. You will. Who does, Rags? Ronnie Ray and Marsha? Yes, they do. They're doing about 10 reenactments a year. Exactly, Shade. It's the same old, same old. And that's kind of what's happening with Vaughn right now. It's the same old, same old. Yeah, all mine are East Coast, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. Ain't that where most of the fighting was, Ronnie? Them 3 states? Yeah, 4 acres. Now, I watched some of that stuff too on here, 4 acres. He's always threatening me, 4 acres. I laugh at him. I'm the richest man in the world. He can't touch me. Hell, as John Cena says, you can't see me, Von Hilton. Yeah, he's been threatening everybody for 15 years. The only problem is he ran his mouth about somebody who lives close enough to stomp his ass. He ran his mouth about 3 different people that is close enough to stomp his ass and don't have to have a look for an address because we know where he lives. How empty is it? You can. Yeah, a couple of somebodies. Yeah. We know who it is, Ronnie. My opinion, Von Hilton, you would literally be the smartest man in the world if you sell everything you own right now except your computer and your truck. Throw that computer in the back of the truck and get the hell out of the state of Kentucky. Now, I think all 3 of us are. I will say all 3, Ronnie. You got one that's barely walking, but he's doing okay. He'll hold his own. Then I got then one of them's a nutcase, and the other one's a crazy. So you figure which 2 you guys are. One's crazy and one's a nutcase, and I wouldn't want to fuck with neither one of them. Sorry to put it that way, cuz, but I know you can. I know you can, Ronnie. 21 viewers. I know Nate left already. Instead of bragging on Larry's show, you need to message the authorities. Who needs a message the authorities? No way I go down there. I only got 240K. Yeah. Vaughn's doing good making it to the coffee pot. He don't have a coffee pot. He puts a coffee cup of water inside the microwave, nukes it, and then puts his instant coffee in it. He's drinking his mom's instance, what he's drinking. I remember one time she offered me a cup of instant coffee. I looked at her and I grabbed my mug. I was like, no, Miss Alice, I have my own coffee. She's like, you don't like my coffee? I was like, honey, I don't drink instant. I'm not an instant drinker. Mine has to be brewed. Thank you, dear. Yeah, I would always take my thermos full too, Ronnie. Always, buddy, because I knew what kind of coffee she had and what she drank. And that was even before I took over and started buying everything for her. My neighbor told me it was 172 pounds of aluminum cans when she turned them in. Yeah, exactly. I like that saying, Ronnie. I agree. Life is only as good as we choose to make it. We make our choices, people. Good or bad, we make our own choices. Giving birth to him, Toby. Yes. Yeah, exactly. No, people, I got to say it this way, though. Miss Alice was up in age. She was 92. She was up in age. She lived a great life. She's had a hell of a life. I personally think it was about her time. I kind of don't want to talk about it today because I don't feel like crying today. All I can say is I think Miss Alice knew she was on her way home. Because she told me it a week before that accident happened. Me mentioning the date, that was just the weirdest coincidence of all in my book. Literally, I don't know. Ronnie Ray, did you ever hear about that story? I picked that date. Me and Joe was supposed to go over and set the Christmas tree up on that date. And there was a big old thing on YouTube about it. Not that me and Joe was going to go do a Christmas tree, but I kept telling everybody wait until December, whatever, 17th or December 12th or whatever it was, that Vaughn will find out how much power he really has. Because me and Joe was going to go over there and set up the Christmas tree. And I was hoping he'd come over and say something to me. Yeah, I'm going to give you a jab. And that's not a threat, Vaughn. That's a promise. Yeah, and I agree, Ronnie. I think your wife would back him up too. Do you want more? Just keep recording. You're going to get a lot more there, James. She was always, he always says, well, what happened? Where's all the money? Where's all the money? Well, what about the child support payments? What about the money it cost her to go to Texas to get you from the army? What about what it cost her to fucking pay your bills while you were with your first woman? What about the 35 years you've lived under her shirt tail? When her father and her brother starts visiting her, telling her it's time for her to go home, yeah, I think it was her time. I'm sorry, Toby. But if my grandfather, who has been dead for 35 years, and my sister, who has been dead for almost that many years too, showed up and said it's time for me to come home, something's going, buddy. I wish he would. I've always invited him to my show. Or are you talking about your house? Okay, yeah. what to do? Hit the pipe, light a cigarette, and I just took a cup of coffee. How about I just take a break from smoking for a minute? You guys doing any 4th of July this year, Ronnie? Yeah, but I don't think he ever cut in any of her meals. I wouldn't say he cut them. Now he did take some of her food. Maybe that could be Toby. Maybe he wasn't giving her right meds right, and she was lucid. Seeing things like that. But I've literally been heard that when it gets close to your time, they start seeing their loved ones. So and that Frost family people that we are talking about, my family, all 9 of them, including the wife and husband, they were definitely all God's people. Guilford raised his kids in the name of God. Guilford worshiped God, and he if the church was open, he was there. Oh, I know. I was there both. Well, I was there for the first one. It was me and the fireman that got her off the floor, and I'm the one that sent her to the hospital. Yeah, Toby, I remember that. Me and the fireman lift her up and put her in her chair. If Vaughn Hilton didn't have the power of the medical, and I literally would have made sure they drew blood from her when she got that hospital to make sure all her blood's. Because I'm gonna tell you, people, they can literally take some blood from you and tell you what you've been taking for the last 20, 30 days. For a minute there, it quit raining, and I thought that deer was coming out of that spot. But it wasn't. It's a squirrel. Yeah, well, I thought that they did too, 4 acres, but I couldn't order for the test results of them because I had no power of the medical. All I had was power of the money, the properties. It's like Vaughn Hilton did a live video saying that that bank account that money was in was fake. It wasn't fake. It's real as real. It's just it's the only one, and they went from one bank account to another bank account to another bank account. It ain't like we all deal with the exact same bank. It ain't like there's only one bank in the state of Kentucky. It ain't like there's only one bank within the 50-mile radius of us. I can name 4. Yep, and that's probably about what's going to go. I don't know about moving in with Shanny and Rev, but he's definitely on his way to being broke and homeless. And personally, I think even if he does get a Social Security check, that's not even going to be enough for his bills. That is not even going to be enough to cover his bills. Yeah. Well, I thought she was removed from the property because she hit Alice. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, I think Vaughn's the one that made her get physical with Miss Alice. And I'm gonna tell you that's why she didn't get her ass beat. But I sure wanted a piece of Vaughn. He should have never let it happen. Yeah, I did see that, Bobcat. Yeah, and she got a black eye out of it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. I think that too, Ronnie Ray. Trying to get comfortable, people. Just trying to get comfortable. Yep, I mean, I give it a couple more years, people, and he's not even gonna have an internet or nothing anymore. Because I don't know how he's gonna be able to afford to keep them up. I don't know how he's gonna be able to pay his bills. Do y'all know how I got power of attorney? Because Alice's lawyer come up and told me they were getting ready to put her in a nursing home. You know something? Kicked myself in the ass. Maybe I should have let her go to the nursing home. Vaughn would already been out on the road. I don't think they'd force him into an apartment. And the only other thing about SSD is I think you're only allowed to own one home, not 5. See, that's what's going to kick him real hard in the ass is when he tells them that he has 5 properties. I don't care what kind of assistance you're getting. When you tell them that you own 5 properties, they're going to look at you really strange because that's an income. He should be pulling at least $1,200 a month every month just from rent, and that's $300. I don't know yet. Because he is living in his mother's home right now, Ronnie Ray, you're right. None of them are rentable. Because he's already destroyed his mom. If he wouldn't have moved into his mom's, hers would have went real nice. I bet you I could have got $800 a month for that. Without a doubt. Without a problem. He's going to have to go crawl into somebody because he's going to be out. Yeah, he says he ain't got. He don't, Ronnie. He don't. He's already spent that $32,000 that was in the account when Jim and Millie gave it over. Yeah, at least 600 for sure. I mean, we've all seen the video of how nice it was. It was 3-bedroom. Had a living room, a dining room, a sitting room. He gave 10% to the cam girl. Yeah, I know, Toby. I seen that. I heard that. Imagine what he spent on lottery tickets. Exactly, Ronnie. He's never had no money of his own. He don't know how to manage it and control it and take care of it. He just blows it on stupid shit as fast as he can get it. I agree, 4 acres. Nine a.m. 20 viewers. It's about time for my 9 a.m. people to come in. Hell, he was spending it faster than it came in, Ronnie. And the funny part, Ronnie, he wasn't paying his bills with it because his mommy was still paying his bills. So he was taking his whole $800 and blowing whatever he wanted to. Yeah, and Mouse came with a pretty penny too when she came. He literally threw his white computer out in the garage and went and bought 2 brand spanking new black computers for him and Mouse. Christmas for the Vaughn once a month. Yeah, payday. You know the funny thing, Vaughn Hilton? You couldn't keep one woman happy. How are you going to keep 3 happy? Funniest part was said when he wasn't related. Yeah, our grandfather is a distant relative. So distant that it's her brother. It was 5 distances, people. 5 brothers and sisters, that is. Arnold Frost, which is my grandfather, is also Ronnie Ray's grandfather, is the oldest of the 8 children, or 9 children. I think there's 8, but someone told me there was 9. And that's why it all happened right there, Shade. You wrote it right down clear as day. You got it. It's right on the money. That's like he says that his mom didn't have no frost blood in her. So did Mr. Hilton suck the blood out of her or something? Because in my book, she was born of frost. He says one of them was born by the white girl, one was born with the Indian girl. No, 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 no. They were all born with the Indian girl. Yeah. Yep, we're just some people that just whipped in to take his estate. And we got it, Ronnie. I knew we were smart enough to do it. To keep going up, Toby, to keep going up. Keep collecting. Good morning, Todd. Well, Todd, you got more information on it than me, so the way the storybook come down is she was some part of a Cherokee Indians. Her mother was supposed to be full-blooded. I don't know about that. You know, I'm just telling you what I hear, rumors. Her mother was a McIntosh. All we came away with was our fond memories of Alice. Yes, Ronnie Ray. The last of our Mohicans. I don't know, Todd. I'd have to look up. She was adopted by the Chandlers. Yeah, one. I know, Todd. I like I said, buddy. I don't really know. I just go by what people tell me, what I hear, and I'm kind of like you, Todd. I don't really believe it. I listen to it, and I go with it. But if I see different, then I see different. Somebody could tell me the sky's green. I'll believe it until I look up there and see it's blue. That's what I'm saying. I hope I live long enough to see him get his too there, Ronnie. Yes, I remember you showing that, Todd. I did watch that. Todd, to be honest, I watched that video 4 or 5 times. Because there was some of the stuff I was writing down. I'd freeze frame it and hold it there for I could write it down in my book because I didn't have it. We got ours off as Ancestries back in the 1997 or 98 somewhere. Oh, you know he's going to, Andy. We had soldiers on both sides during the Civil War. Yes, exactly, Ronnie. And you would know, Ronnie. You do them reenactments, so you would know. Hey, Ronnie Ray, you go looking for a cameraman. Let me know. I think I might know a cameraman for you. Pretty decent with the camera. You know him, so yes. Yeah, and you know, Ronnie, you guys ain't the only ones that do that. I mean, I got friends. Well, you know, you met one of them a couple months back when he had that cannon for sale, or he was rebuilding a cannon or something, and we were all talking about it. They do a bunch of them over on that side of the United States. You know what I like to do, Ronnie Ray, is I like to find out when the frost came over on what boat. Our family. Well, he hasn't had to, Ronnie, because his mommy's been there to back him out of it. She's always been there to help him. It was the early 1800s. Okay, because I go back into the Virginia, and then after we hit Virginia, I get lost. I talked to another Frost family member, and they said we came through Canada. So I don't know how true that is. Maybe with all this money I got, I can try to open an account on Ancestries again and try to look it all up. I hope we all do, Shade. I think every one of us should. Okay. Seeing your wifey will have to send that link over to me and let me look at it and check it out. You know, one of your sisters said that she had it back to Pocahontas. Yeah, exactly, Ronnie. He might have came right along with him. Hell, can we take our family back to maybe we were on the Mayflower? One of my ancestries could have been one of the first ones to step on the American land. Yeah, I seen that. The other thing about history and family tree and this and that, it's like how far back do you want to go? I mean, and in which name? Do you just stay in your main name? Like, my name's Larry, Big Larry Frost. Okay, do I just stay in Frost or do I look at the Davisons, the Chandlers, the Callahans, the Brock, and I mean, I can just keep going? Or do you just stay in the Frost itself? Because when you start switching them names, you can just keep going and going and going. That's down here in Clay County, Kentucky. There's a lot of Davisons and Bishops. A lot of these Davisons say they're not related, but in my book, it says John Madison Davison had 18 children in Clay County, Kentucky, all last name Davison. So personally, I think they're all related. That's just because it's with three different women, and the women said, "Them ain't your, leave them kids alone." Yeah, you got to look at the whole tree. It's part of who you are, but the whole tree is awful too big to look at, Roddy. And 90% of them's taking you across to the other side of the world. That's like my mom's mom. She was born in 1909, England. She came over on a boat. I forgot what the name of the boat was when she was 6 years old. I heard they came through Canada too. Yeah. I was born a frost and I will die a frost. I do too, Shade. Before Miss Alice died, Miss Alice and me were both going to do it. Miss Alice was even going to pay for mine, she said. And I told her she didn't have to. She said she wanted to. She just wanted to see what it was. But we didn't get to it. You see, and that's what I'm saying, Ronnie. I'd like to find out where that castle's at. You don't think I wouldn't love to go see that? I know you would. Boy, I'm dropping viewers like crazy. Yeah, I remember you getting that family crest tattoo. Must be having an internet problem across the other side of the United States because I just went from 18 to 11. So I lost 7 people. No, Shade, I don't think it was 2 lions. Yeah. You got that right, Shade. Yeah, that you can't call that a sock no more. That is definitely not a sock. Yeah, that's what his would look like, probably, Ronnie. Yeah, we got to the grocery store yesterday, so we should be set for a couple more weeks. Except on the normal stuff bread, milk, eggs. We'll have to go get some more of that stuff here in about 4 days. Oh, I got enough to take me about a week. What? Me. I unmuted that way I can talk. They can hear me now though. But that corn stuff that we got for the salmon patties, take that, put some salt and pepper in it, and add a little bit of flour, like a quarter cup or so. Put your chicken in an egg. Take it out of the egg, put it in that batter stuff, and then put it on the oven pan and cook it like that. That's the same as like a shake and bake. Yeah, don't forget your grocery shop, Shade. Got to keep groceries in the house. At least I do. I try to keep them in here at all times. Never know what kind of disaster is going to start. Winter comes here, people. I buy enough to take us 2, 3, 4 months in a row.
You don't want to go down that hill when it's ice.
When we get snow and ice down here and we're on a mountain or anywhere near the mountains, we don't go nowhere. Never know when the road's going to wash out. Exactly. Well, I don't think I got to worry about the road washing out now. I think I just got to worry about getting off the top of the hill the next time we get rain and ice and snow. Because if I go down this hill and I slide off that road, I'm going down the ditch and into the creek. Yeah, you definitely got to keep water on hand. See, Shade, I couldn't handle that. I would literally put ice cubes in my bathtub and I would sit in my bathtub. I lived in Fort Lauderdale for almost 3 years and I thought it was hot. 83, 84, 85. I even took a job down there working in a freezer warehouse for it made me feel like I was at home. I wasn't burning up all day long. I'd get to work before it got hot, and I was on my way home from work as it was starting to cool off. Yeah, I hate winters too. But there's winter all the way around unless you hit one of them nice hot states. But then, there's people that like that snow too. So it's like I got a brother up in Ohio right now. He loves it when it snows. But he has a snow removal company. So he wants it to snow. Every time it snows, he's making money. So yeah, he wants it to snow. Yeah, exactly. I think that's about what it was getting when I was living in Florida. Their coldest was about 45, 50 somewhere. And the springs would be 90 and the summers would be in the hundreds. Yeah, I lived in Toledo, Ohio during the blizzard of 78. And that literally shut down the whole town. And we didn't get hit bad. Cleveland got it worse than us. Because after it left us, it went over the Great Lakes and picked up more water and it dropped it on Cleveland. Yeah, I know where Jacksonville is. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Buffalo always gets hit hard. Yeah, them northern states, they pretty well get it pretty good. I mean, I think there's a lot of beautiful states. I do. But, it's just like, maybe now that I'm rich, I can travel go to Canada in the dead of summer, and when winter comes, I go to Florida or California or somewhere that's nice and warm. Now that my kids are fully grown, I want to travel. I want to get me a little pull behind trailer that I can just pull over, crawl up in it, go to sleep, wake up, get back in my car, and drive another 8, 10, 12 hours. Find another spot, turn, sleep a couple hours, and do it again. And just travel across the USA. I want to go see the Colorado mountains. I want to go see Mount Rushmore. Yeah, when I was down in Fort Lauderdale, it was expensive.
Phone's probably dead.
Yeah, no, baby, I ain't had time to throw it over there if you want. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, it used to get pretty expensive. And the thing that sucks is like when they come up to college break, the college kids are all wanting to run away for spring break. They would double their prices. Some of them even triple prices, especially the hotels, the motels, all the restaurants, all the bars on the strip, everything would skyrocket while they're there. And as soon as they left, all the prices dropped back down. I mean, hotel rooms they're usually getting $80 to $100 a night for. They're renting them for $300 a night and getting them. Can't keep them empty long. Couple people leave, couple more move right back in it. Couple more days, they leave, then a couple more come in. That goes on for a good 2 months almost. Well, it looks like my big fat lazy ass has to get up out of bed and start breakfast. So I am going to call that the Big Larry Show today. It's been 2.5 hours. Or they get a group of 10 in a hotel room. Yeah. And then they really charge you. I think they charge you by person. I don't know. Nowadays, who knows what they're doing. But I think I'm going to call that the Big Larry Show today, people. I appreciate y'all coming to see me. Thanks for coming to visit, cuz. Glad to see everybody's on here. I love doing my morning shows. I love having all you friends here. He is 30 minutes every 3 days. So you all have a good day. Enjoy this day. I'll see you all tomorrow. We're getting close to the weekend. It's almost party time, people. Later all, peace out from the Big Larry Show.